Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and do celebrity legal news. Also, join me for my pop culture chats. If you'd like to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. My Venmo and Cash App is below. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Child. You know what? Young Thug's Jailhouse recording mixtapes are leaking, and they are making great numbers. If they would have put him on the chart, these mixtapes would have made great numbers, y'all. Great numbers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to one of my pop culture chats where we're going to be going over another one drop. Young Thug calls Glorilla ugly child. So let's get it started. So make sure you all hit that like button and make sure that you all subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Listen, at this point, I think Young Thug should be a little nervous about who is putting these tapes out. And I'm being very serious because we have seen just a steady flow this whole week. Now, I don't know if there's going to be like a big dump today or tomorrow, but we've seen like a steady flow of these tapes being dropped. And I know that he has been released from jail. If he was trying to drop an album or do something like that, it has made it significantly worse for him to be able to drop these things because he is talking about pretty much a lot of people in the industry. Now, let's get into what he says, and then we will go over from there. So let me cue everything up.
I saw the girl Gorilla. She
Yeah.
Why do people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck.
You think she ugly?
You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People, men, niggas be saying she ain't ugly. That bitch ain't nothing.
They just saying she look like Rihanna.
Man, be like goddamn Brianna.
Oh
Rihanna. Man, watch that.
man.
She look like Rihanna. Long ass bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn big ass head, big mouth. Man, watch that.
Mm.
It's crazy. They probably niggas really running around sneaking with a tooth here and the
Oh yeah, I'm sure a lot of niggas in her DM and stuff. Probably. But I be feeling like sometimes a lot of niggas like that, it'll be like if the girl was regular and you weren't trying to fuck with the girl, it's just like she got a number one song and
Mm-hmm. Nigga like, oh, let hit her. Man, bitch ain't talking about nothing. I will not pursue her at all, ever. Man, watch out. Watch out. That shit ain't that. All the shit I seen about her. Seen a video of walking past. That big ass mouth, just like always laughing, looking at that bitch. You look funny. She look funny.
Mm.
Man, the girl look funny, man. Who the hell pursue? Who trying to smack this? Man, you got me thinking like Trippy Red or some shit and trying to hit her. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no.
Man, Trippie Redd done cuffed this girl, and she is like a super thot.
All right. Now, it's my understanding that the young lady that he's speaking to is his girlfriend, Mariah the scientist. So that's who he's talking to. Now, let me just be very clear, just from listening to this and just from my professional capacity, he protested too much because if you're in jail and you are sitting back under these charges that have you sitting in jail and you have your girlfriend, you have your girlfriend on the phone Why are you dedicating this much time to talk about a woman who you believe is the ugliest thing coming? Does that make any sense to you? And then he throws Trippy Red in it. That's the kind of girl maybe Trippy Red will like that. Her mouth. And here's the thing: everything that he talked about that he claimed he was disgusted with, I'd say go the opposite. I think he enjoys the fact that she has a big mouth and a big old head and a 30-inch middle part bust down. I think he probably enjoyed all of that. But why he would tell his girlfriend that, I don't know. I don't know. That has always I don't know. That has always befuddled me. Why would you let them know? Why is that important for you to tell your girlfriend? You know? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. And the one thing I know that some men have is a high level of audacity. You hear me? A very high level of audacity. Because ain't no way in the world that you should be talking about somebody. No way in the world that you should be talking to somebody. And this is what you look like before you became fame. To the point that you didn't get no silver caps on your teeth. Or you probably did, and then you rotted those out. Come on now. Come on now. Versus here's Glorilla before she became fame. I'm telling you, sometimes, a lot of us can just have a lot of audacity. When I tell you a lot of us can have a little audacity, we can have a little audacity. Now, let me show you all real quick that as we speak, let's go into here. Shout out to Say Cheese. It was on their things because Young Thug pulled this apology down. And he says at Glorilla, Glow the official, first of all, I'm sorry to you for my words, and I honestly don't think you're ugly at all. I was speaking from jail, just having a hard time with life. I don't like bashing girls and hardly ever did. I'm sorry to you, twin. Now, what is he supposed to say about that? I'm sorry to you, twin. What does that mean? Is that something code for Glorilla? Now, if we want to excuse some grace, maybe being locked down, maybe he was talking out of his neck, but I'm sorry, I don't. That sounds like a conversation you would have had with another man, maybe. Excuse me, outside the girl that you're supposed to be dating. I don't know. I think that you protested too much. I don't know the whole context of the conversation that you and that young lady was having, but you protest too much. But Glorilla put out here this. She says, mind you, this the same N word blowing up my phone to ask what color my eyes is. And she's laughing. Now, I don't know if that's any true or not or whatever, but this is what she wrote. And then it all has kind of come to pass. So what do y'all think? I think it's hilarious. I think Glorilla handled it the best way that she could. But I am completely interested to know if there's going to be any more things that's going to drop because Young Thug is not looking good at this point. And I know they're jailhouse recordings, but at this point, he was in jail long enough to know that these things were recorded and that Fulton County was keeping all this information. Now, I don't know how people were getting these jailhouse recordings. I'm not sure. I don't know if they were able to get them through the Freedom of Information Act. I'm not sure if they had, if they did a request to the Fulton County Jail to get the copies of these jailhouse recordings. Are these jailhouse recordings part of the court case? Do they have these jailhouse recordings in part with the court case? Possibly. Maybe that's how they received them, because I do know that jailhouse recordings can be used in the court of law. So possibly, we don't know. But what we do know is that they are dropping like mixtapes. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, what do y'all think about these tapes? Do you think there are more? How does that make Young Thug look? What should he do next? I think he should sit down and either do an album or something. Can he do an album? Because he's talked about Gunna, he's talked about Kendrick Lamar, he's now talked about Glorilla, and baby, I'm quite sure that there are several other people that he has talked about on these mixtapes. And as I've said before, y'all realize y'all have the right to remain silent. It's better that you have people come visit you than it is for you to be talking on this phone. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell the heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.